Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. And we are so sorry we are late. I'm Lynne Huysamen, and this is Maritza Hulley.
Hi.
Cool. So I've promised you guys an awesome Facebook Live today, and I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic because Maritza is someone that I've known for 6 years. Our kids are at school together. And when I met Maritza, she was considerably larger than she is now, and she's done the most amazing change, and I don't know who that was. That was interesting. She's done the most amazing change. She's lost 60 kilos in 3 years. So Maritza, maybe you want to just tell everyone a bit about yourself, what you do.
Sure. I am Maritza Hulley. I have two beautiful children. We are in school together. We went from one school to another, ironically enough. I've known Lynne for about 6 years now. I even got you a picture. So when me and Lynne met, I don't know if you can see this picture. Where's the picture? Where's the picture? Where's the picture? There you go. 173 kilos. There I am. Very much in denial. And from there, you get to a point where you need to make a change. So we made a change, 3 years, doing every day a little bit, a little bit, a little bit.
Awesome. So when Maritza met me, I was a lot skinnier. I have since quit smoking, and I turned to food as a way to kind of keep my mind off the cigarette. So I have put on 20 kilos in the last 5 years or so, and Maritza's lost 60 kilos in the last 3 years. So it's an interesting sort of, and I've always been a naturally slim person. I never thought I was that slim, but now looking at photos when I'm nice and cuddly, I can look at myself and think, yes, see, I was skinny. So there's a number of things that I want to know from you, Maritza. Okay, but before we get started on all of that, I just want to put up my little thingy that I made. Bang. Yes. Okay, so anybody that wants to win a 100 Rand Take a Lot voucher, you can just leave a comment on this video, join in the discussion, and Maritza's going to announce a winner just now. Okay, so the first thing is I want to know about eating for weight loss, because this is a huge, huge topic. Some people say you must starve to death, and other people say you must eat 8 times a day or 10 times a day. What do you eat? How much? When? Just let us know what you've been doing with food.
It is an interesting fact, because some people believe in the ketone diet, and some people believe in the fasting diet, and some people believe in eating, like you said, 12 times a day, the bodybuilding effect. For me personally, I am a mom. I am a normal mom, as what we all are, and we can't always afford these fancy schmancy things, and you go down that Herbalife aisle and your mind just gets blown with the amount of products that they've got going on. So what you need to find is balance. You need to find the right food type. What is a good carb? What is a bad carb? What is a good fat? What is a bad fat? Your portion control is very important as well, because if you are eating this much in this big plate, I don't even know where this big plate of food 4 or 5 times a day, your calorie intake is more than your calorie output, which means that you are eating more and doing less. And that all plays a big role into what you eat, when you eat it, type of thing. I also believe in, I call it the V. Where's my camera? Where am I now? Yeah, the V structure. Yeah, the V structure. There we go. The V structure works as follows. The top part here is breakfast. It's most important. Yes. You do not have to have breakfast at 6 in the morning. You can have breakfast at 9 or 10, but have breakfast. Yeah. Then your middle part is your lunch part. There where you have your little bit of a carbish thing, like a sweet potato or even a normal potato, because we can't all afford all the fancy things that there are. And your supper is usually your smallest meal, because then you get this body, that V body that everyone wants. But if you do it the wrong way around, you get the funny body, the tent body. When you have little to no breakfast, or you don't eat at all. And then they don't eat breakfast, and they don't eat lunch, And then supper by 5 o'clock, they're so hungry they die, and then they eat everything they can find. But
And then
by
go to
supper,
sleep.
and by supper time, your day is finished. You're not working or walking or using all the calories that you just took in. You just go sit on the couch. And your body also goes into starvation mode. So your body goes, oh crap, I only ate now. It is now 7 o'clock. She's only going to feed me again tomorrow night at 7. So that means everything that you take in, your body's just going to keep it like this, going, no, I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to share. I'm just going to keep it. So even if you cannot eat 6 meals a day, have 3. Make sure you have breakfast, have lunch, and have supper. And have a snack, an apple or an orange. Drink a lot of water. All of those little things are important. It doesn't have to be a Woolies low-calorie burger patty that's been gluten-free. And we are normal people. We have normal food and normal lives to continue.
Can you see Marily's comment over there, Maritza? She
Even know.
says, with the special needs son, I don't even know where to begin to look and feel better again. My mom passed away recently, and I just drink coffee all day to keep me sane. And she's waiting for some tips.
Yeah, no, what you should do is have your time. Take your time. If you, as a mom, you have a lot on your plate. So having a cup of coffee is fine, but you need to eat. Because as soon as you starve yourself or forget to eat or don't put yourself as a priority as well, you will not be able to look after your son because you don't have the energy, you don't have the patience, you don't have the willpower. Your body is a machine. It needs to function on energy. You need food to sustain your mind, your strength, your muscles, all of those things. So you need to make a point of it to have at least a little bit to eat during the day and do the right choices. Proteins, good carbs, good fats like an avo, and I know avos are expensive, but beans is also a good protein.
Yeah.
Vegetables, normal vegetables.
But
Type of thing.
if I can just stop you there, Maritza, and I think this is very interesting. You spoke about avos, and I mean avos. I mean they're hell of expensive. You know, let's face it. I mean, I would eat 3 avos a day if I could, but I mean, who can afford these days to buy 3 avos a day just to snack on?
No, no one can.
But what about? And I've seen this so often. I've seen people in the shop looking at an avo saying, "Oh, I can't afford this. Oh, it's so expensive. I'm not going to buy it." Then they go to the chips aisle and they put like a packet of Lay's and they get like a crunchy and a donut and they've got this huge pile of snacks which comes to like 10 times the amount of money as the Avo. And you know, I think it comes down to, you know, we need to reprogram our brains.
That is correct.
What is actually good for us and what is, I mean, when I eat those carbs and I eat those chips, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
what do they do? You understand? What do they do?
Yeah.
What do those chips? They make you feel good. That is the chemicals and the stuff they put in.
This amount of time, it makes you feel good.
It gives you a high. There you go, like, you know, I feel the chemicals and the sugars and everything that goes into that artificial food makes you feel fantastic. Where an Avo, it's going to make you feel full. It's going to give you that. But the Avo is better on a little bit of rye bread than it is to have a donut or a packet of chips. But you need to switch your mind. You need to change your mind. You need to understand why and what you are doing and for who and what you are doing. So if you are motivated enough to lose a little bit of weight or feel a little bit better about yourself, you will take the Avo and leave the chips. That's like facts.
Definitely. Cool. I'm just going to move on. Ladies, Maritza's got to get out of here. She's got to go pick something up. So the next thing I wanted to focus on is weight loss, exercise for weight loss. What do you do? How often do you exercise? How long do you exercise? What exercises?
I am an exercise bunny. That is most of the day. My day consists of about 2 to 3 hours of training a day, which is crazy for normal people, but I'm not normal. Normal people, like everyday normal people, would train once a day. Once a day of training would be fantastic. Walking, cycling, if you cannot run, you walk. Most important thing you need to remember is that exercise does not beat a bad eating habit. That's very important to know.
It's got to go in conjunction.
Lose any weight, it doesn't matter how hard you train. If you are not eating correct and consistently, that training is only going to make you a little fitter, but it's not going to give you the results that you require. That is very important to know. If you are a first-time trainer, you have never trained, you weigh a crazy amount of weight, don't think you're going to go to the gym and suddenly do 600 push-ups. And most people think that they're going to go like, I'm going to do all of this, and then they get dismotivated because they didn't get it right the first time. It is a process. Putting on the weight doesn't take 6 weeks. You take a long time to put on a certain amount of weight. So your brain should tell you it's going to take a long time or enough time to remove the weight that you have put on. And also, I cannot emphasize this more. Shoes. Ask Lynne. Shoes. Your tackies, your shoes that you train in is the most important part of all of this. If this is your first time going to the gym, I'm going to train, please make sure that your shoes that you've got on is tied correctly, that your shoes is comfortable, you don't have any pressure points. And if you do not know if you have pressure points or if the shoes are correct, go to the Sportsman's Warehouse or those sports shops. They've got machines where you walk on. And I know it's expensive, but tackies is one thing that I do not compromise on. Because I weighed 173 kilos, I went through like 1, 2, 3. My first year, I went through 4 pairs of tackies. Not to be funny, or the tackies weren't broken. It was just every time I lose 10 kilos, lose 10 kilos, lose 10 kilos, the pressure points change in your feet and in your body. So it's very important. Your shoes, your shoes, your shoes. You do not want shin splints or a bad hip or a broken ankle or anything that's sore when training. That is very important.
Perfect. Okay. Now here comes, this is the biggie for me. This is the huge one that I want to coming up here. Motivation and self-discipline. Now, I am able to get into a good routine with my eating, with my exercise, with everything, my self-care, resting, sleeping. Because I think also, it's all about balance. I get into a really good routine and I'm starting to lose weight. I'm starting to feel fantastic. And then I lose it. So yes, the shoes, I got shin splints, and then I couldn't exercise for a while. I had an ankle injury at one stage, and I couldn't exercise for a couple of weeks, or I get flu or something like that, and then it falls apart. So what advice you've been going steadily now. I mean, your motivation and your self-discipline has been off the charts. That is what I need. What can I do there besides you kicking my butt every day outside the school? It's got to come from me.
That is a very, very sensitive point because every person is different. And we as women I call it ovary. We overreact, we over everything. Because of ovaries, we're emotional. We must always remember motivation will go away, but discipline is always there. You need to stand in the mirror and decide, why am I doing this? For who am I doing this? Am I doing this for this person that I'm living with? Am I doing this for my children? Am I doing this for myself? And then from there, because everyone gets sick. I get sick. I get injured. I pull a muscle. It's not that I don't have injuries or go through the same things. It's about showing up. Because every time you show up, your self-esteem, the motivation just gets a little bit better, a little bit more. You feel a little better about yourself. This is a win. I won this day. I got up, I put my gym pants on, I put my tackies on, and I climbed in my car and I drove to the gym, or I went to the beach, or I took a run, or I took my dog for a walk. Any type of exercise that you do for yourself, every day you get up and you do it, is a little bit more of a tick in your box that will also help with your self-esteem and that type of thing. But it's discipline. You need to be disciplined enough to know that you've got an end goal and you need to work towards that end goal.
So I think it's I think it's as simple as literally just making a decision, because I mean, I've done some huge life changes. I've given up smoking cigarettes big time. Okay. I've given up alcohol and drugs. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I'm 11 years clean. I've given up my psychiatric medication for bipolar. I think that I have managed to make some big achievements. And maybe if I just, in each one of those just started with a decision to make that change and to follow through on that.
Yeah,
So
and
I guess
I also just want to say that the scale, that little thing you buy in the shop that costs you 250 Rand, throw it in the dustbin. Because at the end of the day, that little thing is depression with
yes,
that little thing is depression with a battery in it. Take out the battery. Because the scale is not going to count your muscle mass. The scale is not going to count the amount of push-ups you can do from when you started to where you are. The scale is not going to count the kilometers that you've run. It doesn't. It just tells you weight. Weight is this much in a bucket full of other things, So that thing is terrible. You need to be strong, you need to feel fit, and you need to love yourself. That is the most important things that you need to do when going on a journey like this. Yes, I was 173 kilos, but my health was taking a toll. So for me, I needed to lose it. Otherwise, I will not be here for my kids. So it's very important to know that scale is not the answer. The scale is just a number. It's just a number. It doesn't measure all the things that you have worked or did or doing at the moment.
Well, that's brought me to my next point you have already, is the self-esteem. And for me, as a recovering alcoholic and addict, and I actually just received an email from someone moaning that I'm doing a weight loss video, saying that she had anorexia and she nearly died from it. And the thing is, I've worked with people that have eating disorders. I've worked in a rehab. I've lived in a rehab for a year and then worked there as a staff member for a year. I've had sponsees that are overeaters, that are purgers, that are, they're bulimic or anorexic or both. And I think, and this comes in a big way. I know, Maritza, that you've had some struggles with people calling you fat, with some very negative and derogatory comments, which I've now come to experience myself recently. And I think, it's what you said, is that you're not doing this because someone else calls you fat.
No.
We need to do this because we want to feel better about ourselves. We want to feel comfortable. We want to feel energetic and good about ourselves.
If anyone met me 3 years ago, they would not say I'm the same person. Because every day you feel a little stronger, you feel a little braver, you feel a little bit more than yourself. I mean, I've got pink hair. I don't even know if you can see it. Look there. I've got crazy pink hair. I have new tattoos that I've never had in my life because I am feeling more and more myself. The person that I want to be, the person that I want to be. Yes, I was on the one side of the scale, if you want to call it that, the obese, severely obese side, and that person was on the other side of the scale, the severely anorexic side. At any point in anyone's lives, you would have to make a decision, or to stop what you're doing and become the person that you should be or that you want to be. And that is very important, because your self-esteem will only be built up by yourself. People are mean. And in today's life with social media and people just delivering, there's no God in front of anyone's mouth these days. So if you walk with your heart on your sleeve while going through this process, your heart's going to get broken. You need to trust yourself and trust the system and trust that you are doing the right thing for you as a person. That's very important.
I think also as women, it has to be ultimately for yourself, but I think also for me, a lot of what I do in my life is for my daughter. And it's not because I want to tell my daughter what I want her to do. It's because I want my daughter to be a strong, independent woman that has got good self-confidence, that loves herself, that doesn't want to starve herself. But the only way I can do that is to become that woman that I want my child to model herself after. And this all this stuff on social media. I mean, I spoke about editing. I don't know. I think I told you. Someone asked me. They inboxed me on Instagram and said, maybe I should edit my photos. And then she hinted I should maybe take a little fat roll out. And I said, no, like, I'm not going to edit my photos. I'm not going to take a fat roll out. In fact, it's made me want to step back from Instagram, not because I'm sad or upset by what the person said to me. It's because I value myself better.
Yes.
And I don't want to be this fake. Instagram is showing these perfect lives, these perfect bodies, these perfect women. I'm sorry, they're all like me and you and everybody else watching this. We're all the same.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm being like this.
With me as a mom, trying to show my daughter as well that being who you are, owning your body type. She was called fat the other day at school. Somebody said she was fat. Yes, but she's not fat. Her dad is 206, 2 meters 6.
He's a big man. He's tall.
So I had to explain to her that no one has the same body type. No one does. Doesn't matter what you look like. You need to feel confident. You need to be strong. You need to be strong in what you do and in your life. And I will never be a size 2 because that's not my body type. But I do want to feel strong. I can do 30 burpees like this. There's a lot of people that can do much more, but for me that is an achievement. I am proud of that achievement, and that's what I want to teach her. Everything you do in life, you should be proud of what you do, and you should own your decisions.
Beautiful. I love that. Awesome. And from my side, I can see the change in you, not just the weight and the physical stuff. There's been a huge change. And I asked you to come here. I'm totally inspired by you, and I'm following your footsteps.
Every person you go through, you will outgrow people as well. You would have friends, and then suddenly you don't have those friends anymore, and you can't understand why. But you grow. As you grow in your own journey, you outgrow people. You do. It doesn't mean that you are nasty or rude or not talking to each other. It's not the same thing. You just outgrow people. You start pulling in the people that are the same as you. You start pulling in the people that has the same feelings and the same concept of life as you have. And that's how we support each other. That is how we grow into what we are. That's how our self-esteem grows, because the people around us is the ones that pick us up and carry us. That it is true.
Total 100%. The same was with me with going through my recovery from addiction. I have grown and changed over the years, and then my friendships change and grow. Some people stay, some people, people move in and out. So awesome. I'm going to cut it off over there because I know that Maritza has got to go. Maritza, I'm going to ask you to come back later and to come and respond. There's a lot of comments that have come through on the side, and I know the ladies would love to hear your advice on this stuff on the mom tummy, the belly flab. I'm going to go read your answer to that because I'm going to need it. But if you can come back and just, chat to the ladies and give them some advice and some guidance. And Maritza, can you please choose a winner for the 100 Rand take-along voucher?
How do I scroll up?
Can you see when I scroll? Wait.
Let me see when you scroll.
Can you see now?
No, I only see the last one on my side. Oh wait, yeah, I'm going. I'm just going to do random. What's this now? Oh. So I'm technology impaired. Give me a weight.
Pressure.
Give me a
Tell
mouth.
the ladies the pressure of choosing a winner. It's like
Sharon Hercules. I love avocados. That lady.
Sharon Hercules. Let me just write that down. Sharon Hercules. Congrats, Sharon. I'll be in contact with you just now. And everybody have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for coming to watch. Maritza, thank you so much.
Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Perfect.
Bye.
Bye.